Hey everyone, it's Don with Don's Field of Dreams Cards. Hope everyone's having a great Friday afternoon or about to start their weekend here. Headed to a wedding myself in the center part of Pennsylvania this weekend. And I have a good friend that lives in the center part of the state of Pennsylvania, and his name is John Wade Boggs fan. And was fortunate enough to get to meet John at the National. His wife was there, really, really great people, nice guy. Spent some time at the after party with him. Actually saw one of his videos when he was walking around. He actually caught me in a video, and he didn't even realize he had passed by me, and nor did I. My back was to him. But so John is holding a contest for his 500 sub, and as many of you know, just by his name, he's a big Wade Boggs fan and a super collector, and has an amazing collection. His room is incredible. Even though I'm not really a Wade Boggs fan myself, I appreciate the collection that he's put together, the passion that he has for collecting Wade Boggs, as misguided as it may be. Had to take a line from the movie Field of Dreams. John's collection is just stellar, and he does a really nice job of making videos, as well as the vintage cards he now collects, and he's also collecting Hall of Fame players on modern cards. I guess they're short prints, and he's doing a really nice job of putting that together. So John wanted us to show the top 5 cards, or maybe not the top 5 cards, but 5 cards in your collection that you would never get rid of. So the first 3 players are my 3 favorite Hall of Fame vintage players of all time, and that's Roberto Clemente, Stan Musial, and Henry Aaron. And all these cards I've shown many times before, especially, well, except for the 5th one. The first 4 you've all seen a million times, but there's a reason that they're my top 5 cards. I just love them so much. And so the first one being, I don't want to say a rare set, but it's not, I believe, widely collected, and that's the 1964 stand-ups Roberto Clemente. And one of the few cards that you see the full body, and I think Terry TJ Maxx pointed that out to me. That's something he really enjoys in collecting his cards, and one of the rare times that a card he's fielding instead of batting. Someone pointed that out to me, and it might have been Terry as well. I'm not 100% sure on that, but just a great card and a great set. The next player, Stan Musial, maybe my all-time favorite card of his. Just love that red background. Reminds me of the 54s that I showed earlier in the week. The T06, the green and red Cobb, the 58s. They all have these just great colorful backgrounds that I just really think makes these cards stand out. And I'd always wanted this card. When I got it in my collection, it was just like, wow, that's if not my favorite card, it's up there. As you can see, it's included in my top 5. The third card is making its second appearance this week, and that's my 54 Henry Aaron. So I believe I bought this about a year ago, last September, October, and took the advice of Eric, who said it's never a bad time to buy a Hank Aaron. And fortunately bought it a few months before Hank Aaron passed away, and so glad that I did, and just love this card, and feel very fortunate to have this in my collection. Again, there's that background that I was talking about that I love. So this next card I picked up from my LCS, where I picked up the Ernie Banks that I showed earlier this week. This is a card I really never expected to own. Just a beauty, this Satchel Paige 1949 Bowman. It was funny, the guy that I bought it off of this week, when I was looking at the banks, he's like, I still miss that Satchel Paige. And I was like, yeah, but I bet you don't miss the money I gave you for it. But I told him it's in a good home, and part of my collection, and just absolutely love this card. So as much as I love these 4 cards, and hopefully that came across as to everyone on this video how much I do, if I absolutely had to sell these cards for some reason or get rid of them, I would. This next card, I don't know if I could ever get rid of this. A couple reasons. The first being, I can't find it. And you're probably going to wonder, well, how are you going to show this card if you can't find it? And I'll get to that in a minute. It's the first and only TTM that I ever did. And so I can't remember if my wife was pregnant with my son or he had just been born. But I really, as much as I admired this guy as a coach, I admired his philosophy on life and teaching players. And bought an Allen and Ginter card of his. And I could probably, or should probably, look it up and see what year this card is. But fortunately, I have a scan of it. And here it is. So I sent this to John Wooden for my son Quinn, and it says, "For Quinn, love, John Wooden." I'm having kind of a hard time showing it here, and for the life of me, I've looked through all my boxes of cards. I even looked through like my wife's baby boxes of Quinn's cards and stuff, and couldn't find it in here. And we haven't moved, so it didn't get lost in the travel, so it's somewhere in this house, but it's killing me that I can't find this for him and give it to him. And I remember writing a letter to Mr. Wooden as well, just explaining, that it wasn't about my son getting into sports. It was more following the pyramid of success and just his philosophy on not only coaching great basketball players, which he obviously did, but I think he was, made them to be great young men as well. So I'm going to continue on the search for this. I would love to get it authenticated at some point, but it would be really hard for me to give this card away except to one person, and that's my son Quinn, who I got it for. And it's killing me, like I said, that I can't find it to give it to him. But that would be the 5th card in my collection. And again, John, thanks for putting on this contest. Always love what you do. You're one of the good guys in the community, and glad to call you a friend. So as always, guys, thanks for watching my video, and I'll talk to you soon.